Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you about my project, that is online banking system, which I have developed using Spring Boot and JSP. So the technologies which I have used for developing the projects are Spring Boot for the backend, JSP for the front end, MySQL for database. For the styling purpose, I have used Bootstrap. For the project and the dependency management, I have used Maven, and for running the Spring Boot application, I have used embedded Tomcat server. And the software which I have used for developing the projects are Eclipse Enterprise version for the backend and MySQL Workbench for the database. User modules present in the project. So the project basically contains two modules, that is administrator module and the customer module. Functional modules present in the project. So the very first and the important functional module is user authentication module. The second one is account module. The third one is account transaction module, and the last module is checkbook module. So now let's see basic overview of the project. So as we know, our online banking system project contains two modules, that is administrator module and the customer module. So firstly, admin will register and log in into the system. So after the admin login, firstly he will add multiple bank branches. After adding the bank branch, admin can register customer in the bank branch, and now he can also add customer bank account. So at this point, customer is registered into the system, and also he has bank account which was created by admin. So now since customer is registered into the system, customer can log in into the system, and now since he has bank account, he can do multiple bank transactions such as bank withdrawal, deposit, account transfer. He can check his balance. Also at the end he can check the transaction history, and also he can change his card pin. And after that, customer can also request for the checkbook. So when customer will request for the checkbook, request will go to the admin will check the request, and he can approve the request for the customer. So this was the basic overview of the project. Now let's see the complete project in detail. But before that, I would like to request you guys to please do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It really takes lots of time and effort for creating such type of project. Student can use this project for learning purpose. They can refer this project to create their own project, and also this project is good for the resume. So please do subscribe my channel. It will motivate me to create more such type of project for you guys. Now without wasting any time, let's see the complete project in detail. So for this, let's go to the other end. So this is our project online banking system. As I have already mentioned that I have used Eclipse IDE for the project development. We can see the project structure here. We can clearly see this is Maven structure. As I have already mentioned that I have used Maven for the project and the dependency management. Here is our pom.xml file. Okay, and we can see the structure also. I have created multiple packages here, that is controller package, DAO package, where I have used Spring JPA. This is our entities, and here is one of our controller, that is customer controller. So in the similar way, I have created multiple controllers. So basically in the src main java, we have our backend code. Okay, and talking about the front end, so in the src main web app web inf, in the view, I have created the JSP files. Okay, that is our front end code. And let's also check the configuration for this. So I will open application.properties. Here this is our MySQL properties, and this is for the view resolver for the front end. So now without wasting any time, let's run our project. So for that, I will simply right click on the project, run as Spring Boot app. So we can see here our online banking application got started on port 8080. So after running our Spring Boot application, open the browser and hit the URL localhost 8080, because our application is running on port 8080. Hit enter. So we can see the output on the browser online banking system. So now since our application is running fine, let's see the complete project in detail. So this is our home page. When customer will visit to the website for the very first time, so he will be able to see this landing page, and here in the navigation bar he will be able to see multiple options, that is about us, developers contact. So these are basically static pages. Okay, but in the right side he will be able to see the login customer, login as a customer, then login as a admin. So let's go with the flow as I have shown in the overview. So firstly, let's register our admin. So for registering as an admin, we simply have to click on the login register, and here for security reason we have a separate URL for which we have not given any link on the browser. So we have to simply write admin register on the browser and hit enter. and here we can see admin register. So from here we can basically register our admin. So enter the credentials, demo admin 50, enter password, register admin. So we can see admin registered successful, and from here we can log in as a admin. Cancel this, and here we have to enter the email ID. So I will use the same email ID here, and will enter the correct password here. What if I enter wrong password? Then here we will be able to see failed to log in as admin. So it got redirect to admin register. So it should be basically login admin. So in the admin login, I will enter the email ID, correct password, then login. Okay, we can see here admin logged in successful. Okay, so as soon as admin logs into the system, in the navigation bar he will be able to see the multiple options, that is admin dashboard, add user, add account, add branch, and the logout. So firstly let's add the branch. So here I will give the branch name as demo branch 50. For the city I will enter demo city 50. Similarly for the state, because we are just seeing the demo, no need of entering the actual data. Add branch, branch added successful. So in the similar way admin can add multiple branch in the system. Then after that let's register one customer in one of the branch. Okay, so here let's enter the customer detail, demo customer 50, demo last name, date of birth we have to select here. So I'm selecting anything. Let's select anything, then enter the mobile number. So here I'm entering the dummy mobile number, enter the customer email, demo customer 50, select the gender, select the branch. So we can see here our branch demo branch 50, which admin has just added. So I will select it. Basically I'm trying to register this customer in this branch, demo branch 50. Then we have to keep the password for the customer. Okay, then we have to enter the permanent and the present address, okay, of the customer. So I will write demo address 50, demo address 50 in the present address also, and I will click on register customer. Customer successfully registered and the customer ID is 6. Okay, so now here we can see for adding the customer account admin have to enter the customer ID. So we know the customer ID of this customer demo customer 50 is 6. Okay, so I will enter the customer ID as 6 because I want to add the account for demo customer 50. I will enter the card number. So this is basically dummy, I'm entering anything. Then select the account type, so I will select as saving. Then balance we can keep here, let's add 1000. Okay, and here we can see the ATM pin. Okay, so this will be basically auto generated. So I will just copy this, okay, and paste it here because we need to use this pin for the bank withdrawal and the deposit and for the account transfer also. And here the next option is account status. So admin can select the account status here, open or lock. So if admin selects the open, that means customer will be able to do the bank transactions such as withdraw, deposit or account transfer. But let's suppose if the customer account is locked, then he will not be able to do any bank transactions. Okay, so in this case let's select open. Okay, and let's add the account. Okay, account added successful. And now let's go to the admin dashboard because we have added the branch, we have added the customer, we have added the customer bank account also. And now let's see the admin dashboard. So from here basically admin will get three options, that is total customers, total accounts and the total transaction. So in the first option, that is total customers, he will be able to see all the customers which he has registered into the system, and he will be able to see the complete detail about the customer, that is his mobile number, date of birth, okay, his address, registered date, Okay, so complete detail basically he will be able to see. The next option is total accounts. I'll click on it, and here admin will be able to see all the customer accounts which he has added for the customer. Okay, so if we see, our last account is demo customer 50. Okay, for demo customer 50 we have added the card number this, and the pin is hidden here. Okay, and account type was saving, right? And the account status we have kept as open. Okay, but at any time admin can lock the account. And the next option is the checkbook status. Okay, so here we can see not applied, that means customer has not applied for the checkbook, and the approved checkbook status is also not applied. But here we can see the demo customer 3, this customer has applied for the checkbook. Okay, so here the checkbook status is approval pending. So by clicking on the approve button, admin can basically approve the customer request for the checkbook. So I'll click on the approve here. Okay, checkbook approval status updated, and if I open it again and if I check the total accounts again, we can see for demo customer 3 the checkbook status is approved now. Also we can lock the account at any time, so I'll click on the lock because admin wants to lock the account. I'll see the total account again, it is locked, and now customer will not be able to do any transactions. Okay, we will see that in the later part of the video, but as of now let's keep it as open. Okay, because we want to see the demo. The next option is total transactions. So if I click here, admin will be able to see all the customer transactions. Okay, so here we can see this demo customer 1 has done the bank withdrawal of 4000. Okay, demo customer 1 has done deposit of 1000, then again account transfer, deposit, withdrawal, account transfer. Basically he will be able to see the complete detail. He will be able to see the card number from which transaction was made. So this much functionalities I have added in the admin side. Now let's log out as a admin. Logged out successful, and let's log in as a customer. So here I will log in with the same customer whom admin has registered with, the that is demo customer 50. I will enter the same email ID here, enter the password, login. Customer logged in successful, and here as soon as customer logs into the system, he will be able to see multiple options in the navigation bar, that is withdraw amount, deposit amount, account transfer, balance check, fetch account detail, and the transaction history. Okay, so firstly let's see the transaction history. So as we know, since this customer has not made any transaction, because just now admin has registered to him and he is just logging for the first time, so there is no transaction because he has not done any transaction. Then after this, customer can click on the fetch account detail to see his complete detail, that is personal detail as well as the account detail. So here we can see the personal detail, that is first name, last name, mobile number, email ID, branch, city. Then he can see his card number, his ATM pin is in hidden format, then account type is saving, and from here he can change the pin. Okay, so as we know, this was the auto generated pin which was given to the customer, right? So I will just copy this, and firstly let's change the pin. Okay, current pin is this, we know. Then we have to enter the new pin, enter the new pin, change pin. Okay, pin changed, successful. So at any time basically customer can change his pin. Then after this, customer can check his balance. So if we remember, admin has added 1000 rupees in his account. Okay, so the total balance in the account is rupees 1000. Then next option is withdraw amount, deposit amount, and the account transfer. So let's withdraw some amount. Okay, so we know we have 1000 rupees. So firstly let's try to withdraw 1500. Okay, and I will enter the correct pin. Here we know we have only 1000 rupees and I'm trying to withdraw 1500. So withdraw account. So here we can see insufficient balance, because if we check the balance we have only 1000. So let's withdraw 900 now, and this time I will enter the wrong pin. Withdraw. Okay, wrong pin we can see. And also if we check the balance, here the amount is rupees 1000 only. then withdraw amount. This time I will enter the 900 and I will enter the correct password, that is pin. Withdraw. Now this time the amount withdrawal is successful, and if I check the balance, we should be having 100 rupees. Okay, then next option is deposit amount. I'll click on it. Now let's try to deposit 1100 and I will enter the wrong pin. Deposit, wrong pin. If we check the balance, we have only 100 rupees. Again I will deposit the amount. I will enter 1900. So this time I will enter the correct pin, and also after the deposit our amount should be 2000 rupees. Amount deposit successful, and if I fetch the balance, it's 2000 now. Okay, then next option is account transfer. Customer can also do the account transfer. He can transfer the money to the another account also. Then in this case he have to enter the correct account number, and after that he have to enter the amount and he have to enter the correct pin. Okay, then only the transaction will be successful. So as of now, like in this case I don't remember any account number which I have registered in the system. Okay, because I have entered the random account number only. So yeah, but this will work. So after this, let's see the another functionality. I think we have seen the complete functionalities which I have added in this project. Okay, the only functionality which is left is the request for the checkbook. So here customer can request for the checkbook. So for that I will simply have to click on the request checkbook. Successfully request for the checkbook, and if I click on the fetch account detail again, then here checkbook status we can see as a approval pending. So now let's log out as a customer and log in as a admin. After the login, click on the admin dashboard and here total accounts. So here we can see approval is pending. That means customer has requested for the checkbook, and here admin can click on the approve button for approving the checkbook request. I'll click on the approve, and here checkbook approval status got updated. So again if I check the total account, so we can see checkbook status is approved. So now let's log the customer account and see whether customer is able to do the transaction or not. So click on the log, account status is updated, and again if I check the account status, here it's log. Okay, so log out as the admin and let's log in as a customer again. Login, customer logged in successful, and now let's try to, okay, firstly let's see the checkbook status. So it is approved, okay, because admin has approved it. And now let's try to withdraw. Firstly let's check balance. So we have 2000. Okay, and let's withdraw 1000. Enter the correct pin, withdraw. We can see here account is logged, please contact the bank administrator. Okay, so if account is logged, then customer will not be able to do any bank transaction such as bank withdrawal, deposit or account transfer. And also customer can see the transaction history here. So till now this customer has done two transactions, that is bank withdrawal and the deposit. Withdrawal of 900 and deposit of 1900. Along with the transaction date we can see the detail. Okay, so this was the complete overview of the project. So I hope you guys liked each and every functionalities which I have added in this project. Students can use this project for the learning purpose. They can also use this project for creating their own project. Also they can add this project in the resume. And also I hope you guys liked the video too. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It will motivate me to create more such type of projects. We will meet soon in my next video. Till then, take care and bye bye.